it is a lot about repetition, but I think that can be very game-based early on to try and get them interested in kicking. I think from what I've seen with young lads, it's a little bit gone out of the game with everyone likes saying out the door, round the back pass, and the skillful part of the game. And we don't want to get away from what is fundamentally a big part of rugby union. So I like really adaptable kickers as well. Again, it comes into game base. You could use all different types of ball in a session. So don't just have a rugby ball, have a football, have an Aussie rule ball, whatever shape ball you can get your hand on. I think that helps upskill quicker, particularly in a game-based practice. So what a drill that I like to warm up with, and we sometimes warm up with. So I'm just going to play 2-on-2 here, lads. So in the 15-metre line, 2 of you down here, 2 of you here, one ball, see me that? So you've got to score, it's offside touch, but you're only allowed to kick the ball. So you can grubber, you can punt, you can run, yeah, but you can only run 3 or 4 paces, then you have to kick, okay? So let's go, let's see how this works. Yeah, now find some space. Oh lads, that couldn't have gone any better, could it? Yeah, we've got to give them a round of applause, let's go. Turn over, let's go. Lovely kick. Oh, good defence. Turn over, get up. Up. And stop it there, bring it in, boys. So you see straight away, warm-up game, we have little touches, we have 2 or 3 different types of kick. We have aerial contests, which are another part of kicking that I obviously don't specialise in, but is a huge part of the game for any wingers or back 3 getting up for the ball. So again, something I just like to use as we warm up to get into a game instead of go on lads, just go and hoof a ball around, get it into a game practice as much as possible. As much as I would love to do that all the time, I think there is a practical element that you're going to have to break the skill down. So that's what I'm going to try and aim to do with these boys now. Has anyone got any opinions on what would probably be the most important part of kicking a normal kick? Anyone going to shout out for me? Balance, drop right, both very good points. How you hold the ball, another very good point. Chase afterwards. I think for me that's the one that is the weight through the ball. I think the ball follows where you go. I think you'll see a lot of kickers, particularly young kickers. I like to call them Sabutio kickers, where they'll stand and they'll just lean back to get height on the ball. And we've all seen them. You'll see them if you're watching a game on a Saturday on TV. It's a bad habit that's ingrained in us from a young age. You'll see the best kickers, the Owen Farrells, the Alex Goods of the world, will always follow the ball. The weight transfer will always be through the ball. And I think the easiest way to do that is if you think that all our weight is from our arse to our neck. Yeah, so this part has got to follow the ball. Yeah, and if you're doing that and you're focusing on this being really strong and stable and getting this through the ball, then you can get away with the odd bad drop, the odd bad strike, and still getting a good bit of distance on it. So if that's the most important thing, to break it back down, I'd say the position of your foot, the angle you've got your foot. I think your foot should be in full extension. So you give yourself as much of the foot as the ball hit as possible. The strongest part of where you want to hit the ball, so you see where you do your laces, I would say just below your laces is where you want the real meat of your foot. That's where you want to be hitting the ball from. And after that, I'm not too fussed about how you hold the ball, reasonably towards the middle, and then we're trying to hit the ball on the bottom. Nice and neutral, you're tipping it right down, which then you're having to pull it up as you go. Try and keep it nice and neutral all the way through. Good kick into the wind. Right, Sam, let's put it all together. Nice, lovely kick. Well done. Just boys, just come in. Is there anything anyone would like to see broken down? Is there any questions you'd like on what I've just briefly spoken about? Is there any drills that you think could be particularly useful? I know most of us coach the younger age groups, so again, as I say, game-based practice is what we all like to do, and I think is the best way of doing it. But there is a part of it that the positions that kick, they are going to have to put some repetition into it, and obviously with your help, just a few little keys for them would be useful. So any questions? Hitting a spiral anymore? It's a great point. I think I played with Charlie Hodgson for 15 years, who was probably the best in the business at that kick. I think analysis and mistakes came into the game so quickly that apart from the very best, the Sextons of the world, I think we were discouraged to do it because of the error rate of that compared to a normal punt. I think if you have an exceptional kicker who likes to spiral, I would encourage him to do it, because it's a skill that is going out of the game. But I see Owen Farrell practice them on a daily basis, so I know he's got him in his locker. So I definitely wouldn't discourage it, but from an accuracy point of view and I think a general purpose point of view, the punt's sort of taken over, the end over end punt. Yeah, so where do you release? So you want to be in a nice strong position. So what I didn't mention is on the drop where your arms would be, you see a lot of guys run and the ball be nice and close. So again, that only promotes the short stabby strike or a lean back to get the position. I like your arms nice and stretched out, 3/4 the length, to allow yourself to kick. It's a very natural thing to run and kick the ball, and to be have this ball over your front foot, so really out there to give yourself enough space. What you don't want to do is be holding it out to the side, so to give yourself this sort of space to open up your whole body. So if you can kick it nice and straight and get your arms out, so I know Owen, I mentioned him a few times, he talks of really pushing the ball out. So he'll start running with it here, and then know when he wants to release and kick, he pushes the ball away. So he pushes it out to give himself enough space and enough leverage to hit through the ball and be able to get his body weight through it. I think it's body to ball. Yeah, I think it's the weight going through it. So you're definitely not dropping the ball down, are you? You're releasing it, aren't you? And I think you're coming through it. I think the foot to ball, it is really, but I think you get into a habit of, again, that lean back, Sabutio style kick. I think that's why this body through the ball thing's so important that we can get. But yeah, you definitely don't drop the ball down. You're releasing it at the correct height, obviously into the wind. That'll be a little bit lower, but just give me 2 more balls, lads. Okay, just going to hit 2 more. I'm just going to see if we can fix this part of it. So what did we say was in my opinion, the most important part of the punt that we had? So momentum, weight through the ball. It's exactly the same in a box kick in a slightly different way, is that I want all your weight to shift through the ball. So shifting through the ball in a box kick is different. So if I'm coming down, I'm coming back on the 45 in here, my weight's back here, my weight then needs to shift to where the ball wants to go, and I want the ball to shoot up in an upwards trajectory, so my body weight needs to go up through the ball. So as I hit the ball, got all sorts of stuff in my pockets, so as I hit the ball, I come back, I want my body weight, which is from my ass to my neck, to be going up through the ball. So as I come back, I want to shoot everything up through the ball, and I usually finish, I'll start here and finish here, and that's a good sign of where my weight's gone, and that I've not hooked it, I've not finished right around here, but I've come back, I put all my weight up and through the ball, which again helps the trajectory of the strike. I don't have to lash it as much. You'll see a lot of young kids, because they're hitting off the back foot, really swinging across it and lashing it as hard as they can, because that's the only way that they think that they can get the ball to go anywhere. So again, it's this control, being nice and relaxed, having really good tempo. You see Conor Murray, Ruben Pinar, you know, they're very, very good kickers of a ball. They never look rushed. Always stood up nice and tall. Again, another thing you might see is how, because you start so crouched over and in, that people kick the ball and the head's down here and they're in, and again, you can't get any weight through the ball. The best kickers stand nice and tall, so that they allow this part, your body weight, to get right through the ball. So we'll just try another couple came with nice and relaxed. Just have that one step and try and get your weight to follow the ball. Better. You see where did you finish? So this shoulder is back here. So I want this to come here. I want this shoulder up through the ball. Good lad. Nice, buddy. Other two, one of you come down. Nice, Kane. I'll see you after a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
Right, same again, mate. You're just going to hit 2 box kicks for me, and then we'll have a little see. Left-footed, yes. Good man. Not bad. Next one. Is it Sam? Yeah. So what I've just talked about with everyone, what have we seen him do? What do we think we've seen him do? Head down for one, so you're a little bit. So yeah, you have to watch the ball and stuff, but I don't want you all crouched over. You can take away from your power that you can generate. And there's one more thing that I think he's doing that can help him. We just talked about what the best kickers have. He is. But he's kicking fast. That's how he's kicking with the leg. You see how fast the strike is and how much he wants to, and how much effort he's putting into where it's going. Still can go through the ball. Lovely. Nice. Very good example. Bring it in. Nice. So hopefully I've shown you enough technical points on a box kick that can be applicable to your kids on a